you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Acting Premier. Acting Premier, it seems your government is particularly good at writing press releases, but very lacking in following through on what they promise. When you proclaim, quote, thousands of jobs coming to Northern Ontario from a press release issued on May 9, 2012 with regard to the Ring of Fire, your government failed to deliver. It is clear now that there was no concrete plan to back up this empty promise. Only weeks ago, you rushed to announce that a development corporation had been established. I don't disagree with the concept, although you've been talking about the Ring of Fire for years in throne speeches, budgets, and economic updates. So, Acting Premier, if you're really serious about creating jobs, shouldn't your government have created this development corporation 4 years ago?
Acting Premier.
Mr. Speaker, I appreciate the question because it speaks about something critical to the province of Ontario and, for that matter, to all of Canada. The Ring of Fire and the development of the chromite deposits in one of the largest in the world is critical to the livelihood of every Canadian, not just Ontarians. And we have taken actions that we have put forward. The Development Corporation, as well as put forward a number of stakeholders, partnering with Aboriginal and First Nations community, as well as the Métis Nation, to ensure that we have access to these chromite deposits. A number of proponents are interested, and we'll continue to work with them. We need all corners of government on board to make this happen, Mr. Speaker. It's one of the reasons the Premier is now in Ottawa. Thank you.
Supplementary.
And you've made a mess of it.
Well, so far you've failed miserably on the Ring of Fire. Acting Premier, your lack of answers on the Development Corporation is troubling, so it does appear to be yet another empty press release. And before you go looking for money from the federal government, don't you think you should have a plan of your own? A transportation link for the Ring of Fire is critical to the success of the project and for the First Nation communities in the area. So now that Cliffs has pulled the plug on the Ring of Fire, are you talking with other miners in the region, including Noront, who has their proposed east-west connection?
Deputy Premier.
So, Mr. Speaker, as noted, the province of Ontario has been taking leadership on the issues around developing the Ring of Fire for some years now. We recognize the importance of this development for all of Canada. And we must make note, the member opposite feels it's not necessary to engage the federal government on this critically important issue. They should be at the table from the start, and they have not. In fact, I find that it's all but passively strange that infrastructure projects on a national level are made in British Columbia, they're made in the Northwest Transmission Line of British Columbia, they're made in the Lower Churchill hydroelectric project in Labrador, they're made in Alberta, and they haven't been made in Ontario. It is critical that we get all orders of government on board. Ontario has been the only level of government that's taken that leadership. We will continue to do so, and it's why, Mr. Speaker, so many other proponents are still interested in making that development happen.
Supplementary.
I didn't say you should engage the federal government. I said you should have a plan before you engage the federal government. We know the Premier is in Ottawa today meeting with the Prime Minister, and we know you like to blame the federal government for your failures, but it's your government that is sending all the wrong signals. Mining companies are suing your government. In fact, one is currently in court for over $100 million for not fulfilling your duties. Acting Premier, thousands of potential jobs are at stake. We have cleared the decks here in this legislature. You've had plenty of time to work on this. When are you going to get your act together and show us your jobs plan for the Ring of Fire?
Deputy Premier. Sit down, please. Deputy Premier.
Mr. Speaker, they have cleared the deck. They've completely cleared themselves of any plan whatsoever. In fact, over the course of what they've discussed has been a very regressive system. I say to the member, what happens to the progressive nature of the Conservative Party on that side of the House? You have not put forward a positive plan to support jobs in our province. We will continue to invest in the skills of our people to promote the Ring of Fire. We'll continue to invest in infrastructure projects to enable projects like the Ring of Fire to come to fruition. We're investing while you're suggesting we should make cuts all across the board. In fact, Mr. Speaker, we know when we speak to other stakeholders and so forth, they make note of the fact that Ontario is an attractive place to invest because of the investments that we're making in our future and because of the way way we're stimulating economic growth and attracting that investment to Ontario, including the Ring of Fire.
Thank you.